All right, so good morning. Today we are going to talk about setting yourself apart. This is super important when you're in real estate because everyone thinks all real estate agents are the same, but are they? Hell no. You guys should know that, and you should believe that and live that. So first, let's talk about how you respond to leads. So this is something that can absolutely set you apart from the rest. So I know I can't see you, but raise your hand if you use email to respond to your leads, right? Email is just one of the many ways that we can respond to leads. We know that everybody tries different things, some people like email, some people like different ways, but using email, that's one way. Now, some people would say every agent uses email, right? Well, how many of you are using text to respond to your people? Text messages actually get read, I think, and I was on a conference the other day, and somebody told me like some kind of crazy statistic. I want to say like 93% of texts actually get read. So are you using text to respond to your leads, to reach out to your leads? Let's say that you call them once. Are you trying to text them afterwards? Or you're just saying, oh, they don't answer, boop, not going to call them anymore. Just, they're unresponsive. Text them. Text them. All right. Here is a good one. How many of you are using video? I would love to know the answer to this question. You really want to set yourself apart from other people? Respond to leads using video. There are so many platforms. You can just record a regular video, have it on your phone, and send it as a text message, right? Get creative. We know that 93% of texts get read, so send them a quick little video. Hey, my name is Josephine with Remax Edge. Got your lead. Would love to help you find that place of your dreams. Give me a call when you have a chance. I would love to talk about how I can help you in your buying process. Video. It is an enormous difference from everybody else. Enormous. Most people are terrified to even do video. So right there, you are different. Right there. And this is talking about setting yourself apart. So absolutely 100% video is a way that you can set yourself apart. How about getting the reviews? How many of you have done business and not gotten a review? Or you at the end, you forgot. When is actually the best time? It's when the buyer is their happiest. So it's either the accepted offer or the contract. There are different times to get reviews, right? I would say that is an opportune time to say, hey, you know what? We got this accepted offer. We got this contract. I'm so excited for you. Usually I ask people to just, share their experience on Zillow or Realtor.com or Google, just so that people know that they're in good hands when they work with me as an agent. And I really care about my customers and clients. Ask for the review. This is how you will set yourself apart. I can't tell you how many agents I've talked to, not within our company and within our company. And they've done so many deals. And then I look at their profile and there's no reviews. Or there's like 2 reviews. And I know that they've done like 20 transactions with only 2 reviews. Come on, guys. I want to see it. I want to see the reviews. Set yourself apart from other people. Remember that people will Google you. This is how you're going to set yourself apart. If you Google another agent and, it says they're with 3 different companies because they didn't change any of their profiles, or, they have a selfie as their headshot, or maybe they don't have a headshot at all. You know that this person does business, but there's no reviews. They have no biography, right? Be different. Be different. Set yourself apart. Respond to every review. How many people see that other agents have reviews, but they never even respond to them? Set yourself apart. Respond to every single review you get, even the bad ones, especially the bad ones. And if you didn't get a bad one yet, you will. Everyone gets at least one bad one, right? It happens. There's nothing you can do to prevent that. But you always want to respond to every single review that you get. Okay, people will look. People see this. This is online for everyone to see. And let's go back to basics, right? So everybody's busy. There's all this hustle and bustle, and you're like, okay, I'm doing this many appointments. I'm doing that. I'm doing this. But go back to basics. Don't forget that every single person you deal with, this is a new experience for them with you. Whether they bought real estate before, whether they worked with another agent before, this is a brand new experience with you as their agent. So how are you going to set yourself apart? Have meaningful conversations with these people. Have materials that that can be useful to them. Do you know your seller guidebook? Do you have a buyer guidebook that's useful? Can you share details with them? Are you educating these people? This is what is going to set you apart from everyone else. And I always talk about it when I talk about how to respond to leads and how to deal with leads. When you just pick up the phone and your only concern is, well, do you have a pre-approval or do you have money in the bank and I don't waste my time with people? They're going to feel that. People feel that, even if it's a conversation. You have to have meaning behind everything that you do. They will know whether or not you want to give them the time of day or if you're just in a rush and you don't want to work with people. This is a relationship-based people business. Don't forget that. And like I said, have materials. You don't have to print 100 things, but have materials online that you can share, email them, text them. Be different. That is the point of this class. Be different. Set yourself apart. So let's talk about the communication food chain, right? So here's the difference. People are scared to have, these important conversations face to face, and everybody just wants to send an email and be like, oh well, they didn't respond to me, so I guess I don't have to talk to them about something important. But that's not the case. Let's talk about the food chain, okay? So let's start at the bottom. So email is the most impersonal and not the best form of communication. It is a way of communication, but it is the most impersonal. Text is next, video is above that, phone call, and then ultimately face-to-face is the best. And as you can see on the bottom here, the more important the topic, the more personal the engagement. So if you text a seller and you tell them, hey, you really need to drop your price, there needs to be an adjustment, we're not getting any action. You lose. They're going to text you back. Nope, I'm not dropping my price. Screw you. There's no personal interaction there, right? They can't hear the passion in your voice. They can't hear the meaning behind it. Phone is a good one. Face-to-face is a good one. You want to give yourself the opportunity, talk about statistics, talk about the market, talk about what's going on with their property. If you just email someone or text someone when you have something important to talk to them about, like adjustment in price or an offer on their property, you are going to lose. It is going to make it much more difficult for you. And let me also say this too. If you go through, let's say you have a listing and you go through your whole listing by just emailing and texting the person. And then when you're ready to have that important conversation and you call, they're not going to answer your call. So make sure that you're using other ways of communication throughout the entire. I'm not saying don't ever email or don't ever text, but these things are important. The more important the topic, the more personal the engagement should be. Write down your thoughts. So every day you should evaluate what happened that day, right? It'll help you in many ways. Maybe you had a really good day, and then when you're having a really tough day, you can go back and look and say, okay, well, what did I do that day? How did I feel that day? And it will bring you back so that you can lift yourself up on those tough days, right? Or maybe you had a tough day and you can go back and look and say, well, what happened today? What was my thoughts on that day? Was I being negative? And maybe I was just, I just needed to turn my thoughts around. You know what? It really actually wasn't that bad of a day. Write down your thoughts from that day. 15 minutes, that's it. And never let more than 2 days go by without doing this. And when things need to be reevaluated, this is what you need to do. just calm down, right? Everything happens. Like, you're like, oh my God, I started this, I spent $1,000 on this email campaign, I'm sorry, postcard campaign. And, I'm trying to do AdWorks and I'm trying to do this. And you're doing like so many things at once and you're trying to really build your business. Calm down. That is the first thing that you need to do, is take a step back, calm down, sit down. You need to think, you need to plan, and then act is your biggest thing. So first you're going to calm down. You're going to say, okay, all right, I'm going nuts. I'm doing a lot of things. Let me just take a breath, right? Woosah. Take a breath. Sit down. Say, okay, I need to think about, what am I doing? Let's write this down. What am I doing? What does my day look like? Just think about what is going on. And then say, okay, I'm going to plan. I'm going to plan and say, okay, if I am doing a marketing campaign, well, what makes sense, right? If I'm doing a marketing mail out campaign, perhaps I should call those people. Let me Google something. Let me watch one of the videos on geographic farming and how Mike talked about how to handle that stuff. Plan on what you're going to do next and then act on it. Don't just, say you're going to do something. Actually take the action to do so. Okay? Things need to be reevaluated all the time.